If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, what is diet for a patient with diabetes type 2? Answer by Vaibhav Kumar. Patients suffering from type 2 diabetes have insulin resistance in their body. This means that initially body produces more insulin to keep up blood glucose values at normal levels, but eventually cells develop resistance to high amount of insulin and failure to keep blood glucose levels at optimal values. Type 2 diabetes is more of a lifestyle-related disorder, where regular and long-term consumption of high-carb, high-fat diet, especially junk food and processed foods, lead to such a condition. The first step to addressing this challenge is to make changes to your diet to ensure that blood sugar levels are kept within range, avoiding too high and too low levels of the same, since both are equally harmful. Type 2 diabetes patients should intake following nutrition. Following points has been contributed by Crediblog, an initiative by Greedy Heal. You can read more about type 2 diabetes at What Should Be the Diet for Type 2 Diabetes Patients? Crediblog. Thank you. Answer by Gaurav Dalvi. Choosing healthy and satisfying foods that meet individual nutritional requirements can help people with type 2 diabetes manage their conditions. Vegetables. Vegetables are the basis of a healthy diet. Not only do they offer excellent sources of vitamins and minerals, they are also fibrous and help the body feel full and satisfied. Some vegetables to add to the shopping list include 1. Salad. 2. Broccoli. 3. Cauliflower. 4. Squash. 5. Green beans. 6. Asparagus. 7. Brussels sprouts. 8. Red, green, orange or yellow peppers. Beans and legumes. Beans are an excellent source of fiber and food proteins. 1. Black beans. 2. Lentils. 3. White beans. 4. Chickpeas. 5. Beans. 6. Borlotti beans. Fruits. Despite their high sugar content, fresh or frozen fruits offer a powerful nutritional punch with their high content of fiber, vitamins and minerals. 1. Nectarines. 2. Elderberries. 3. Oranges. 4. Grapes. 5. Kiwi. 6. Tomatoes. 7. Bananas. 8. Apples. 9. Apricots. 10. Cherries. Whole grains. Unlike simple carbohydrates, whole grains break slowly, which means that blood sugar levels can be controlled more easily. Swap popular bleached and refined carbohydrates, such as white bread and pasta, for some of the following. 1. Whole wheat pasta. 2. Wholemeal bread. 3. Quinoa. 4. Integral or wild rice. 5. 100% whole wheat flour or whole wheat flour. 6. Corn flour. 7. Oat flour and other whole grains. 8. Millet drinks. There are many options besides water that are suitable for people with diabetes. Be sure to take into account the carbohydrates in some beverages, such as milk and fruit juice, as they may affect your blood sugar level. Here are some options. 1. Sugar-free mix packages. 2. Fruit juices with reduced sugar content or 100% fruit juice. 3. Cold or hot tea, unsweetened. 4. Coffee, unsweetened. 5. Low-fat or skimmed milk. 6. Sparkling water. Answer by Megan Follick. The Diabetes Forum. Find support, ask questions and share your experiences with 250,009 people. Join the Forum. The NHS and Diabetes UK recommend a healthy, balanced diet that is low in fat, sugar and salt and contain a high level of fresh fruit and vegetables. Source: in 3 weeks, 71% type 2 diabetics were taken off medication. Whilst a number of these points are undoubtedly sensible, some of the recommendations have been criticized by patients and some leading UK healthcare professionals. The recommendations for people with diabetes to eat plenty of starchy carbohydrate and avoid fat from meat and dairy could lead to poorer blood glucose control, particularly in people with type 2 diabetes. The problem with this advice is that even starchy carbohydrates with a low GI can have a pronounced effect in raising blood glucose levels. By advising people with insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes to base their meals around carbohydrate, the NHS diet advice increases the underlying problem of insulin resistance. The NHS advises people with diabetes to eat a source of starchy carbohydrates at each meal. Starchy carbohydrates include rice, pasta, bread and cereals. Choose lower GI versions or whole grain varieties where possible, as these are more slowly absorbed and contain more nutrients. The NHS advises people to base 1/3 of our meals on starchy carbohydrate. This advice has courted some controversy from people with type 2 diabetes, who report that this amount of carbohydrate can make diabetes harder to control. Examples of a portion include an apple or an 80-gram serving of fruit and vegetables. 80 grams will usually be around 3 heaped tablespoons of foods such as berries, carrots or peas. People with diabetes have extra reason to eat less sugar, as sugar has a fast and direct impact on blood glucose levels. Products with a tendency to contain higher amounts of salt include tinned soups, ready meals and other tinned or packaged food sauces. Check the side of tins and packages to see how much sugar and salt they contain. A notable point about products labeled as low-fat is that many of them have added sugar, salt or other unnatural additives to replace the fat.